I guess maybe, I don't know. In a way, I think maybe, it kind of just all stems from, like, issues with, like, my own vision of self-worth. Does that make sense? Yeah, ignore my code, sorry. It just does that sometimes, Doc. I don't know. It's like, no matter how hard I try or how much effort I put in, I'll never be enough in my own eyes. You know what I mean? Hey, that paralytic you put in me it's doing really good. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I guess that one was pretty heavy. I wouldn't know what to say either, to be fair, but hey, thanks for listening. Actually, now that I think about it, something else has been bothering me for a bit too. Sometimes I feel like I'm just talking to myself, you know? Like I put all this out there, but no one's really listening. Like I can't tell if I'm actually being heard. Like sometimes it can kind of feel like you guys are just humoring me, or I don't know, like nodding along, or kind of like mashing the A button through our conversation. I mean, you get what I mean. You get what I'm saying, right, Goldie? Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, it's kind of been a tough year for me. Like, I've had a lot of good, sure, but I've also just been really stressed out in a way I haven't really dealt with before. I'm not exactly a stranger to stress. I mean, like, come on, but where do I even start? I mean, so many projects have fallen through. Scheduling's been a nightmare. None of my big events this year have turned out how I wanted. I mean, being in Xenokuni was cool, but I was so far away from everyone that it made it a nightmare to actually plan any off collabs, and everyone was just way too busy. Ugh. Hell, we could barely even find time to make room for holo marches. And it bites to have all that prep work just kind of, I don't know, wear into nothing. I spent a year on that. I mean, I don't know, dude. Listen, Octavio, there's just a ton, man. There's a ton. Uncle Larry got pickles disease? I mean, I've had disagreements with management. I've got tons of back and forth on merch and just constant watering down and miscommunication to the point where I don't even really want to try. I can't just bring myself to give up and deliver half-hearted shit, you know? And don't get me started on that one time where I didn't get pizza. Man, singing's hard, and no one can figure out how to mix my vocals right, and I don't get to pick my own songs, and I struggle to keep up with memberships. It's a lot, Doc. It's a lot. And to top it all off, I can't find anywhere to get melon soda. Like, what am I gonna do? I don't know. I guess I want a fresh start this year. I don't want to keep holding on to all this disappointment and all this anger. It's not fair to the Ruzeators, and I owe it to everyone to try my best. Even if it's hard, or even if I feel like stamping my feet and rebelling or whatever. I mean, the only person I'm hurting is myself, and I guess the people who watch me, so I don't know, Doctavio. You got anything that could help me out? Like, any cure-alls? Any special serums? Something? Anything? Also, have I mentioned? Wow! This paralytic is working really well. I didn't know that was part of psychology. That's pretty crazy. Honestly, kudos to you, Doc. That's dude. Where my... I can't feel my tongue. Octavio? Octavio, I think my face is freezing. Gerard, can you get my coat? Thanks. Octavio, is this normal? Get ready with me for my third year with HOLOSTARS English unit, Armis, as Crimzon Rulez. For my second anniversary, I thought it would be so cute to get my first ever lobotomy. The first step to a healthy lobotomy is to make sure that you're using moisturizer. Really get it into your skin so that you don't become a dusty, flaky bitch. Make sure that you have someone sane and trustworthy to help you with your first lobotomy. Or, I mean, you know, you can't find anybody like that? That's okay. Instead, you can just borrow Octavio's arms. Haha, collabing with the besties. Anyway, I don't like the way this motherfucker's staring at me. It's really kind of creeping me out. If your patient is staring at you with sort of a dead, fish-eyed lens and won't blink, feel free to just cover that up. No problem. Now, you want to make sure you stay calm and collected so that you don't panic your patient, because they are usually, at this point, paralyzed by your doctor's serum. But just in case, if they're not, you can always quickly give them a second dosage. Very nice. Okay, now let's get those fish eyes covered up. Very good. Okay, now let's get started. First, you're probably going to want to make an incision right... Hold on. Actually, this guy's still kind of creeping me out a little bit. Let's go ahead and just pull a blanket up over that mouth, shall we? Here we are. Now, if you're having a hard time sitting still through your first lobotomy, that's okay. I was nervous my first time too. It's very normal. Sometimes it can help to have your trusted person or a psychopath's disembodied arms just kind of shoot you with that paralysis ray. But if that's not enough, tucking yourself into a nice blanket can help. You may have noticed that I didn't have time to get any Foley sounds for this ASMR, but that's okay, because I've been practicing my own grade A, farm fresh, grass-fed, eco-friendly, ethically raised sound effects. Enjoy. Okay, now that we're all relaxed and the ASMR is doing its work, let's go ahead and get started. So, the first thing you want to do is make a small incision along the skull. Probably about, I think here would do. Very nice. Now let's see here. You're probably going to want to just... There we go. Get that attached and pop that right off. Very good. Okay, now that we've got the head removed, the easiest thing you're going to want to do is start digging around for all of those yucky, nasty, stressful, bad memories. Okay? So let's see here. What do we got? Let's root around a bit. Oh, seems like, we've got a couple things in there, but we don't want to go too crazy at first, okay? So we'll just start by, there it is. Do you see that? Oh, we have a bunch of built up stress and corporate red tape. Oh, wow. There sure is a lot of these in here, huh? Let's just, just get rid of that over there. Okay, let's see. Those ones are going in the shredder, and we choose to move along and start fresh. Here we go. Very nice. Okay. Oh, and here's a bunch of good memories right over here on this side and right here. We'll keep those ones where they belong. And then, let's set those aside for later. We'll use them in just a moment. Oh, and here's some memories of so many amazing projects. Oh, but it looks like these aren't going to get finished and never were, so into the shredder with those. Okay, very nice. Oh, but look at these. One of a kind, 40 karat vintage collab memories. Okay, so we're going to put some of those on the keep pile. Aww, and all these nice things people have said about me online. Let's save some of those. Oh, and here's all the other things people say about me online. Okay, we're just going to put that one right in the shredder.
Shred. Shredder sounds. Shred.
Very, very nice. Okay, now we're going to all take a deep breath together. Very good. Doesn't that look so much better already in there? It's so nice and clean and empty. Now, it's very important that after you're done with all of this and we make it beautiful with our spring cleaning, that we want to store all of the good memories on a convenient disk for safekeeping, just in case. So, we'll just put those in. He's fine. He's okay. Okay, now that we've injected all of those memories right back where they belong, we'll keep them here in this handy dandy disc. Wow, very good. Okay, and our last step, of course, is going to be to go ahead and put this right back where it belongs. Now, it's important that when you close up the skull again, you make sure that no thoughts or opinions leak out on accident, silly. This is an anime boy on the internet, and he's not allowed to have thoughts. It's important to remember that. Make sure to follow me for more of my daily Get Ready With Me tutorials and life hacks. See you next time. Mwah. And let's grab this and just... Very good. Hello? Wow, dude. Oh, my head. Oh, I can talk. Oh, I can fight. Oh, I can't move. Oh, man. Doctavia? Goldie? Gerard? Oh, hey, what's that up there? Oh, there's like it's like the save icon, but it's physical. What's that doing on that desk? Maybe if I can get over there, I could use that. We should give that a name. Like a wobbly disc. Yeah. I bet I could put that in the TV. Hold on, let me just... Ah! Wow, I did it! I made it! Wait, no, hold on. This is wrong. Ta-da! Whoopee! Okay, nice. Let me just grab that disc over there real quick and, hold on. Okay. Okay, now that I've grabbed the disc and started my very well put together stream, let me just turn this up a little bit because I forgot to earlier. That's totally normal. And let me see what I've got going on here. Listen, I feel great. I got rid of all my bad memories. I feel like I'm a brand new man. I feel like I've been reborn, like a nascent star sitting up in the sky, fresh and excited to be an idol again. Okay. Anyway, let's see what we've got on this disc here. After all, it couldn't hurt to review my good memories. I think the doctor said this is probably how this is supposed to go down. Something like that. I don't know. Anyway, do I smell soup? I feel like I smell soup and chipper noodle. You know what? Don't worry about it. It's fine. I'm sure it's nothing. Why am I talking to myself? Whatever. Anyway, since nobody's here, I guess I could take a little look down memory lane. So, wow. Very cool. Why did I do that sound effect? Weird. Anyway. Oh, there we go. All right. It looks like they're loading up just fine. Hey, why is that in front of me? You know what? It's fine. It's okay. No big deal. That's what I wanted it to do, actually. I've got an idea. Don't worry. Hey, I've got an idea. Now it's not. Wow, this is so well put together. Good job, Crimzon Rulez. Hey, no problem, Crimzon Rulez. Thank you, Crimzon Rulez. What are you talking about? Don't worry about it. Why are you talking to yourself again? Don't worry about it. Aren't you kind of always talking to yourself in sort of like a meta-contextual context? You know, like if you really think about it, all the souls possessing your body is kind of you just having a conversation with yourself. Have you ever thought that maybe that's just your way of coping with your, disparate parts of your psyche, trying to like not conflict with each other, so you kind of anthropomorphize them into people in some way? Maybe in some distinct sense, those are all just parts of you, and you've given them personalities and drives so that you don't have to be responsible for the thoughts and moral folkways that they have that you feel like you fall for. Maybe that's what all your cardboard friends are about too. First of all, I don't have any friends, me. Second of all, this is getting too meta. Let's focus on memory lane now so that all the Ruzaders can enjoy if they ever see a video of this, which they wouldn't because doctor-patient confidentiality. I remember this like it was yesterday. What a beautiful memory. the Ruzeters and all of the Armada, and honestly just a lot of Starmen in general, put together this really cool like Armis fan server where they built up like a ton of different like themed Armis Minecraft stuff, like different rides and activities. It was like this whole amusement park. It was really, really awesome. And there was like this little roller coaster that Octavio was too stupid to know how to use, and we were all excited and talking about how like we were all gonna like do all this cool stuff. It was really awesome, and we all got to explore each other's like lands and lore in different ways, and there was this big old Zephyr thing, and oh, it was so cool. Man, what a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. What a beautiful memory. Not that I would ever tell the Ruzeters that that was cool, because that's embarrassing and cringe. But luckily they're not here, so I don't have to worry about that. But anyway, what else do I got on this disc here? Let's see. Oh, yeah. That's right. I used to do book clubs when I was young and fresh. How dare you come to me when I'm this? When I'm old and worn out? Ah, Dracula. Dracula was a good book club, too. It was so fun. Man, book clubs are so cool. And I read a couple out loud. Well, I didn't read a couple out loud, but I did the Dracula one out loud, and that was really fun. Maybe I could do that again. Maybe I can learn to read and find my passion for literature once more. Man, that would be so cool. And if somebody named Magna Gamma had ever called me out for quoting The Last Unicorn, that would be not cool. And I would ban them on the spot. But luckily, we don't have to worry about that because I'm alone in a doctor's office. And that would be weird if I was talking to myself right now. Haha. Man, I miss book club. Book club was so fun. I guess kind of in a way, though. You know, if I'm looking at the bright side, since I slurped out all my bad memories. Wait a minute. What bad memories? I don't remember any bad memories. Wow. This is great. Well, I guess if I'm looking on the bright side, in a way, TTRPG content kind of took over book club. It's fine. Not bad. Maybe I'll do more of that soon. And the Apex tournament was super cool, even though I got absolutely dunked on and I disconnected at the most inopportune moments possible. But I guess since that memory is still there, maybe it was funny enough that I consider it a good memory. Or maybe the doctor fucked up. I don't know. Anyway. Wow, good times. Oh, and Octavio was there. Well, he's always there when I need him. Wow, it sure is great being part of a unit. We all support each other when it's important. It's great here. This is awesome. Yeah, good times. And there was the Ruzeter cookie stream. That was pretty cool, mostly because I got to create little like effigies of Ruzeters and then chew their faces clean off and bite them in half. It was like I was eating their brains, but for real. Every single Ruzeter cookie I got to eat was like punishing a Ruzeter who pissed me off. Aw, maybe the world is sweet. Aw, maybe things are okay sometimes. Wow, this is gonna be a good year. I can tell already. Good times. Oh yeah, and I started art commissions this year and did way too many. But I guess in a way that was pretty cathartic, and it made it for good chatting streams. And you know, actually, I'm kind of proud of my art journey this year. Maybe this is why this memory's still in here. Maybe I feel like I've grown as an artist, not just with words, but with the pen as well. Maybe the speedrunning thing helped me, like, you know, come to terms with fighting against my perfectionism and trying to just, you know, knock things out in a way that I'm still proud of, but, you know, doesn't like hang up on every single small little detail. Maybe. The art streams are good. Maybe I should just do art for fun casually sometimes. I mean, that could be cool. I could draw monsters or something. If the Ruzeters were here, I'm sure they'd have something to say about that, but alas, I am alone. That shouldn't be in here. Anyway, that was a bad memory. Bad memory, my bad. Doc, you missed one. So anyway, oh, wow. I remember this. This was awesome. That's when I got my second outfit. That was so cool. Except for those construction workers outside on that specific day, hammering actual steel pipes right outside my window and slamming them on top of each other over and over again at the exact hour I was going to do this, because only Crimzon Rulez could possibly go to Xenokuni and have such bad luck that on the day of his second outfit reveal, they decide that that is the day in that hotel they're going to work on metal walkways right outside his window. That sure was something. But boy, it was a funny stream, so I'll take it. Good times. Good times. Wow. You know, maybe memories aren't so bad. Oh, and then, you know, if I didn't know any better, I'd say I look happy here. Huh. Ew. Oh, wow. World Box. Wow. The Ruzeters definitely remember this one. I remember when I built Elysium in this, and we simulated it for a while and let it go crazy. That was so fun. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't an accurate map or anything, since I'm not exactly a cartographer, but man, it was cool. I loved this stream. That was so fun. I should do more World Box streams. Those are just so freeform and entertaining. Man. Good times. Good times for sure. You know, going down memory lane, maybe I should do this more often. Maybe I'd be less of a pessimistic asshole. Maybe. Oh, that's right. And when I was in Xenokuni, I got to do... Wow. Now, talk about a cool way to reveal a wallpaper. I remember this one. That's when I did the puzzle for the Zephyr wallpaper to show what the new wallpaper for the month was. Wow, that one was really cool and definitely super normal, and I did a great job on that puzzle, and I crushed it in record time. That was awesome. I loved doing that. Wow. I gotta get back to doing, like, off-the-cuff weird shit like this again. I miss it. I mean, I guess I still do sometimes. You know, if this was pre-recorded... That would have been a weird off-the-cuff stream. Maybe I should have recorded my visit to the doctor's office to get a lobotomy. That would have been an awesome weird stream. Fuck! Stupid, 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 stupid. Whatever. Next time. Well. You know, if Napster Queen 3000 were here, they would say that puzzle was really pretty, but alas, here I am alone again. Next time I should definitely do this live or record it or something. I wonder if that goes against doctor-patient confidentiality. Oh, now this is a good memory. Crimzon Rulez, you do crack me up. You do crack me the fuck up. Crimzon Rulez, do you remember the time when everybody was doing their Balatro arc and they were all like trying to compete against each other and you really didn't give a shit because you never played the game before, but then you played anyway and you did so well that you got the highest score possible, just slightly above Axel's, not because you wanted to win, but because you didn't give a shit about the actual game, but you did give a shit about pissing Axel off for doing so well immediately that you ground points until you beat him by just enough that he had to stream it again? Wow, Crimzon Rulez, you sure are a spiteful motherfucker, and I love the mischief you get up to. You make me happy, you bastard. It's never about winning. It's always about sending a fucking message. And I'm pretty sure you got second place anyway, Crimzon Rulez. Good for you. Good for you. You spiteful little prick, you. You little bastard gremlin. God, I love you. Ah, yes, and losing to Crimson Heart. Good times. Good times. And of course, who could forget the Six Hermanos? What an arc that was. What a what a beautiful arc that was. I'm starting to realize, Crimzon Rulez, a lot of your content that involves other people probably involves fucking with them in some way or trying to harass them somehow. Six Hermanos was great because everybody sort of silently agreed to piss Axel off. And I think that that's probably just the real, like, line chef experience. Luckily, I've never been a line chef, but I do know they're always angry and always saying that everything is everybody else's fault all the time. What a beautiful time to be alive. Wow. I'll never forget you, Six Hermanos. I'll never forget you. Crimzon Rulez, maybe your Oshi mark isn't about you always being angry. Maybe it's that you just really like making people angry. Maybe, Crimzon Rulez, you are the master rage baiter. Who knows? Ah, yes, Crimzon Rulez, I do remember it. Stop talking to me. Hey, me? Stop saying my name in third person. My name? You mean our name? Your name? The name. Name? Okay, me? Let's for the rest of this time in this doctor's office, while I am illegally using his computer without his permission, with this disc I found laying around, let's all agree that while I'm using this wobbly disc, I will refer to myself as I or me in the first person. No promises. Okay. Wow, rage baiting myself. Anyway, wow, good times. I remember this. I was in Xenokuni, and I printed this whole map on like an actual sheet, and I had to run all over Xenokuni, and I was lost, and I couldn't find a print shop, and then I did it at last second, like the night before this, and I had to stay up until like 7 a.m., and then I ended up grabbing a bunch of yen and printing out the character icons for all of their tokens and taping them to the back of the yen so they would have character icons to play with, and then everybody got together, and we got to order pizza and play D&D in person for Hollow Marches. It was so cool. It was so much fun. Man, what a time. What a time to be alive. I wish I could do that again. I wish we'd done more off collabs while we were in Xenokuni, but man, scheduling is a nightmare. But it was so fun. It was so worth it. It was so cool. I will never forget this memory. I will keep it on this wobbly disc forever. Ah, yes, I remember that time I died when I experienced sweet relief for just a moment. Wow. Hard to top that one. Well, maybe one day. Not true, but that was, of course, the 3D debut, the 3D exhibition. I don't know. It was so cool. The 3D showcase. That's what the word I was looking for. Wow. I really am struggling with words. Maybe that doctor slurped out more of my lexicon than I thought. That's bad. Anyway, what a great time to be alive. Listen, I know me. I know it's tempting to be angry about this. I know nothing went as planned. Half your script got gutted and everything was kind of falling apart at the seams and you had to ad-lib a ton and you were super angry, but you got it done and you made something you can be proud of. And everybody was super happy. And in the end, I think you were happy too, deep down in your core. Minus the disappointing parts. I think really it's something you'll probably remember forever. So, good for you. Good for you. Me? Good for me, you? Yeah. All right, Crimzon Rulez. Ah, there it is again. Good for you, bud. And man, wow, doing your second ever cover and doing it with such soul in front of all those fucking people, dude. Crazy. Crazy. And yeah, maybe it took a ton of practice. And maybe it, maybe you could do better now. Or maybe you did as good as you could at the time and you made something you're proud of. And maybe sometimes you even are able to still listen to it, which is rare because you hate hearing your own voice. Wow. Good times. Good times. And what a banger. And what a banger. Wow. And maybe somebody jumped on Exceptional and you can't acknowledge that because that would mean that you were receiving past the fourth wall and that's impossible. But maybe you would say thank you if you knew about that. And your Paris collection, your bug collection, in fact. It's not just Paris. Oh, Crimzon Rulez, you and your beautiful bugs. That I will also never forget because I'm reminded of it from the big net of plushies that I'm always staring at all the time that hangs in the corner of my own room. Not that I'm there right now since I'm in this sterile doctor's office, but boy, you sure do love bugs, Crimzon Rulez. What's that about? Where did that stem from? Why did that happen? Is it your weird obsession with underdogs? Is that it? Is it because everybody else hates bug Pokemon? Is that why you like them so much? Is that the problem? I don't know, but I'll say this. You are the Paris Lord, and no one can supersede or overcome or defeat or in any way even compete with your love for Paris. You are simply the strongest there ever was, and I'm proud of you, Crimzon Rulez. Is that... Nani? A bad memory? But how did that get on the disc? We gotta hurry past this. Okay. Sorry. For a second there. Sorry. I don't know what I was looking at there. Anyway. Yeah. So this is great. I remember this. The Minecraft bingo stream. That was great. And finally getting the bingo and speedrunning it was so cool. It was such an interesting challenge, and it really renewed your interest in a whole new type of playing like Minecraft in a style that you haven't really done before. And you just keep finding new ways to play this game, no matter what. And honestly, there's something beautiful about that. Maybe in a way to you, Minecraft has transcended being a game and become just sort of a platform in and of itself, like Steam, or like the idea of a book. Maybe Minecraft is less a game and more a vessel for creativity or experiences, or even just like interacting with others in fun ways. Good for you, Crimzon Rulez. Good for you. Proud of you, buddy. Maybe. What else do we have here? Your first ever block wars, and probably your best one. What a time to be alive. And you truly gave it your best. You really came in there swinging, and it wasn't the best thing that anybody's ever done, but it was the best thing that you've done in the specific context of block wars, which is either very embarrassing or very impressive. You really kind of fired on all cylinders for the first one, and then kind of shat the bed on the last couple, huh? Not bad, Crimzon Rulez. Not bad. Oh, that's a memory that defies categorization. This was neither good nor bad, but the Ruzeters would probably consider this a good memory. I think this was a bad memory? I don't know. I mean, you did get to handle that couple's problems and help them with their therapy, but on the other hand, everything broke and your 3D tracking was shit and you died and you sweated and you suffered. Let's chalk that one up to muscle memory. Yeah, we'll categorize that one in muscle memory. Hold on, let me write that down. Hold on. Shh. Why'd you do your own Foley sound effect? Why'd you refer to yourself as you? Moving on. That bit's getting old, Crimzon Rulez. Okay, my bad. Wow. A message we can all live by. And I live by that today. Still. Give up. Good times. Neither good nor bad. Muscle memory. That's beautiful. If the Ruzeters are here, I would tell them, give up. Oh, wow. Zaid's debut. I remember that. Wow. That was certainly a stream. I remember having to help him make that. It fucking sucked. It was a nightmare. That little bastard was having me like act as like a bandit, and also as like I had to manipulate a bunch of stuff and do all these like little like clay dolls, and I had all this like craft paper, and I'd set up this whole set for him. It was such a hassle, dude. And then he had all this loud yapping stuff he had to do. Oh man, what a nightmare. What a nightmare. But you know what? I'll admit it. At the end, it was pretty fucking cute. So I guess it's a good memory, sort of. Whatever, it's not a big deal. Yeah, his birthday was okay or whatever, even though I wasn't there for it, and he kind of just stole my computer. It's fine, I guess. It was okay. I did watch it later. He was pretty cute. And he was excited about the merch. I thought that was pretty cute. But anyway, I'll never tell him I said that. He'll never know. He'll never know. And thank God for that. Got to keep that little shit in his place. Make sure he thinks I hate him. Can't let him get too comfortable in any situation. I can't let anybody know that I don't hate them. It would be the worst moment of my life. You know, Crimzon Rulez, in retrospect, maybe a lot of your bad memories are tied. Nope, we're not doing the psychoanalyzing bit again. Moving on. Wow. That's a horrible memory. Wow, that might be the worst memory. How did this one get by this? How did the doctor miss this one? Of all the memories you could miss, you missed the one where I tortured my taste buds for like 2 hours and nearly threw up on stream? You missed that one? Where I literally had to go through like torture that's like the Navy SEALs couldn't handle? You could use this method to get the secrets of hell out of every demon. Okay, you know what? It's fine. It's okay. I don't care. That's fine. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, leave that memory in there. That's totally fine. That's not going to traumatize me in any way. That's what I want to carry. That's the energy I want in year 3. Sure, I want the taste of churro on my fucking tongue on the way into year 3. Whatever, dude. What's next? What do we got next, all right? Is this going to be the memory of that time I fucking, like, I don't know, doused myself in oil and leapt into the flames? Because that could be the only thing that possibly tops it. Oh, I may as well have. This was the memory of the time I socially doused myself in oil and leapt into the flames, so to speak. The second explaining Homestuck stream. The annual Homestuck stream. You're welcome for that. You're welcome for that, everybody that I ever made suffer through that. And I'll do it again. You wait till 413. If I have to suffer, you have to suffer. And I'm going to do it forever because I am cringe and I am free. So deal with it. Oh, okay. Maybe this one makes up for it. That's that's pretty cute. Oh man, I never did get back to that game. I gotta play that again. Hello Kitty Island Adventure. That was a good game. That was fun. I wish I played more of those like Animal Crossing like type games. I think those are definitely very entertaining and engaging for my brain, and they make good just like talking streams. But man, I always struggle to get back into them because I feel like if I leave them for a few weeks, then I don't remember what happened. Oh yeah, that's right. Now I remember totally on my own. Now that I'm looking at this, I lost my save data. That fucking sucked. That explains that. I remember now. That's right. Wow. Maybe that's a sad memory. Maybe somehow, if I remember that all on my own, if theoretically somebody who was here watching this had told me that in like beyond the fourth wall, they would have turned this very good memory into a bad memory. They would have poisoned the well. They would have taken this memory and alchemy-like just absolutely fucking shat all over it. Good times. Good times. Oh well, that's another bad memory in the bunch. Oh yeah, Zayd's birthday. That's when he was super excited about all the merch. That's right. Oh, he was having such a good time with that. That little shit. And all the new outfit, the other Ruzeters made him new clothes and stuff, and he got like lots of new stuff to show off. That's right. I remember that. Yeah. Wow. What an asshole he is. How many times that little prick stolen my computer now that I think about it? You know, I gotta give it to him though. It's pretty fashionable. Hold on. I've got to take a... hold on, me. I need to take a sip of my stamina potion. Don't worry, though. I won't forget the Foley. Good times. Sorry. I don't know what that slide was. That was somebody else's memory. Oh, I see. Oh, the doctor had put somebody else's memory in my head. Oh, this is somebody else. Okay, I get it. That's somebody else, and they happen to be watching me while they were making things, which is why they did the little heart. Okay, yeah, clearly not my memory. I understand now. Okay, cool. Yeah, I remember that. Anyway, wow, Holo Marches. Man. Finally seeing this all come together, and this wasn't even the first session, but man, just seeing all of this like laid out and ready to go and having all my stuff ready and being like super excited to use my overlays and use Roll20 and my own maps that I made from scratch and just being able to play D&D with the boys. God, I gotta get back to that. I'm desperate to get back to that. I'm hungry for it. I think this is making me so hungry for year 3 and maybe more Holo Marches. I sure hope so. I sure hope I can wrangle everybody and get time to do this. I can't wait. Maybe I just turned into a TTRPG guy. Maybe that's my thing now. Maybe that's all I do. No, they would hate that. They would hate that. I can't do that. Well, I mean, I can do whatever the fuck I want. I don't know. I think maybe this whole lobotomy thing and this doctor's visit isn't about what anybody wants, but what I want. Maybe I need to ask myself, Crimzon Rulez, what do you want out of year 3? What do you want? What's going to ignite the fire back under you and make you double down harder than ever before? What's going to make you the brightest star in the sky? What makes you excited? Not what's successful, not what's good, not what the government wants. What do you want to do, Crimzon Rulez? What's going to make you excited and passionate? Food for thought. Definitely not your part-time job at Zephyr. Man, that job sucked. That was tough. That was a tough job. You know, all these customers coming in with all their problems and all their issues and all their confessions or whatever, just telling me random bullshit. I'm never working in retail again. That was a nightmare, dude. People tell me all sorts of crazy shit, talking about how they can like fix Azure and how like they, I don't know, cheated on their fucking like partner or whatever, and like how they like you like eating mud right out of the fucking spigot, or how they used to bathe in shit water out of the like the broken sewer pipe behind their house. Crazy. I wish people hadn't told me all that stuff, but they sure did. They sure did. Working retail's tough. People just say whatever when they walk up to you. Crazy, man. Crazy. Yeah. There was the fart bread. Man. You know, Crimzon Rulez, I think part of you felt really bad about this year and felt like you didn't get anything done and you just been resting on your laurels. But wow, you had a lot of crazy shit going on. You really did a lot of really cool, interesting streams. Good for you, Ruze. Maybe you got to stop being so mean to yourself all the time. Maybe if you acknowledge your accomplishments for more than 5 minutes and moved as fast as the internet did and pretended things don't exist like 3 days after they're done, maybe if you kind of like kept in mind that you're pretty, give yourself a little credit here and there that you've got some bangers, you got some creative shit going on. Maybe you'd feel better about the content you put out. You wouldn't feel like you're always putting out slop. Or you could continue having a fish brain and forget that you do things the moment you do them. You could do that too. That could be cool. Oh yeah, the Dark and Darker stream. You were so excited to get perms for this, Crimzon Rulez, then you never did it again. You have all those axe holes waiting for you to go back and die in the dungeons, in the Ruze. Don't you want them to go into the fucking trenches and fight for you or whatever? Don't you want them to get down there and fight weird pig monsters and like fucking evil cultists and shit? Come on, Crimzon Rulez, you were so excited. I think you gotta do it again, Crimzon Rulez. Yeah, I think so. I think it's important. I think you had so much fun. It's a new server and beating the... Actually, you know what? Nope. Wow. You almost displayed some vulnerability there. What I meant was, yeah, it was cool or whatever. Fighting the Ender Dragon, beating it for the first time in your life or whatever. That was fine. That was normal. It's not like it was a big deal for you or anything. And it doesn't matter that you shared that memory of the boys. Who cares? Fucking whatever. Who cares? Yeah. Just do it. True. That's true. You're right about that. You're right about that. Oh yeah, that's right. Your Peak collab. You remember that, don't you, Ruze? That wasn't even that long ago. I mean, it kind of was, but wow. Crimzon Rulez, do you remember how in the first year you managed to get everybody together like every single week for an Armus collab, like weekly? Do you remember that? What happened to that? Why'd you burn out? I know it's hard organizing, but it was a lot of fun. Still a happy memory. Crimzon Rulez, if you don't get your daily dose of fucking with the boys, you're gonna have a bad day. You're gonna have a bad time. It's not that you like them, because you don't. Because that would be embarrassing and cringe. It's just that you like messing with people. And if you don't get your weekly dose of fucking with people, it's tough. Maybe you could take this effort, put it into Holo Marches, and that'll count as your collab. Who knows? You'll figure it out, Crimzon Rulez. I believe in you. Remember, you managed to do it an entire year. You could do it again. Everybody was doing it. Everybody's doing such a good job. It was doing such a good job. We were all playing games together and stuff. We could do it. We could do it. We can make it happen. We can do it. And if you don't do it, you just got to trust in the others to do it. Oh, yeah, that's right. Shinri's birthday stream. That was so cool. That was such a goofy stream. And you got to mess around with it. I don't even remember what this game was. I just remember it was a lot of fun. And you had so much fun fucking with everybody. And you were just so excited to be there and be a little bastard. And then you did the strat where you ran full speed. Wow. Wow. Good times. Act natural. You remembered that totally on your own just now, Crimzon Rulez. Remember? It's act natural. Oh, I do remember that. Good call, Crimzon Rulez. Thank you, Crimzon Rulez. Thank you. Thank you. Good times. That stream was so bonkers, and you got to play sniper a couple times, and it was always kind of a nightmare. You were pretty all right at that, but boy, was it frustrating to shoot the wrong thing. And honestly, maybe it's not about winning. It's just about being in a room with everybody and just, creating memories together where you're all laughing at how stupid and shitty at games you all are. Unless you're really good at games, in which case, then you get to purposely throw and be an asshole anyway, because it's funny. Good times, Crimzon Rulez. You know, I think sometimes you need to remind yourself, you have a lot of fun when you play with other people, but you have the most fun when you fuck around with other people in a fun, helpful way that isn't too detrimental to them as well, so that everybody's having a good laugh. Maybe you rage bait for good? Maybe you rage bait / chaotic good? Maybe, Crimzon Rulez, who knows? Maybe that's when you're at your best. You're happy. Ugh. Okay, Crimzon Rulez, you really got to stop doing streams where you almost throw up. You got to stop doing streams where you threaten to poison yourself. Crimzon Rulez, I think there's something about you that is perhaps somewhat self-sabotaging, where you feel like, I don't know if this is like some self-punishment ritual type of thing you've got going on, or if you're just trying to test the limits on how close you can get to food poisoning. But you really got to stop playing with fire, because, oh my God, the cleanup after this, I do remember, was a nightmare. The taste was unlike anything else anybody has ever had, no matter what. It was the kind of thing that was conceptually monstrous. It was the kind of thing where if Cthulhu and Azathoth and like Beelzebub and Asmodeus got together and all tried to come up with the worst concepts of flavor they ever could, they could never have come close to the concoctions that you created in those darkened halls of antiquity. It is the kind of thing that you put in your body that would have been banned in the Geneva Convention. Crimzon Rulez, you crafted potions that could have slayed gods and demons alike. It is the type of stuff that if you were to give it to a xenomorph would melt straight through the acid in their body. And yet you consumed it willingly for what? For a laugh? For a goof? To punish yourself? Why? What sin have you committed that is so atrocious that you feel you must try to, like, devour the very gods? What's the deal, Crimzon Rulez? Nightmare. Anyway. Pandora's Whisper. That's pretty cute. All right, that was pretty cute. That's a good memory. Oh, wow. What a cool project. There's so many cool projects this year. So many cool projects this year. There's so many cool projects this year. All right, don't get excited. Don't get too excited. Don't get too excited. Man. Maybe, even with bad memories, everything's still worth it. Maybe this is all one big, like, community. And it's not about how hard things are, or what you produce as a person, or what Armis produces, or what HOLOSTARS produces. Maybe it's just about the effect that you and the Starmen and the Armada and all the HOLOSTARS boys and all of Cover have on each other in a big infinite loop, making each other better people. Maybe you're all just kind of fueling each other's creativity in ways that, you know, makes you strive to do more. I don't know, Crimzon Rulez, but people sure have made some pretty incredible stuff for you guys. Maybe if you reflected on that more, you'd be in a better mood. Maybe if you thought less about how hard it is to deal with corporate bullshit, and you thought more about how special a moment this is in your life. Wow, getting too real even for being alone. Moving on. Yes. Wow, beating Grounded. Actually beating a long-form survival game. Crazy. Taking pictures with bugs, getting to hang out with gnats and bees, and having so much fun just goofing around and seeing all the cool creatures, and Bloodcap Keep, and the amount of time you put into that, and all the late nights just yapping away for hours and hours and hours and hours, and just being so excited to see all the cool things you can make, and make an aesthetic swamp fortress, and everybody just being there to see you build all these small little buildings, and then build your keep and your manor on there. Wow. Farewell to Bloodcap Keep. What a beautiful, beautiful accidental project you didn't even plan to do. It just all spawned out of really just loving that game. And you beat a game. You beat a long-form game, Crimzon Rulez. You did it. What an arc for you. How this asshole's memories get in here? Wait a minute. That was pretty funny, to be fair. He would sneak a memory in there, that slimy little snake. Oh, I don't remember this at all. What is this? What is this? Must be an error. Probably some sort of glitch. Oh, you can see, there's artifacting in my pupils there. That's clearly my face, but this isn't my memory. There's artifacting in my pupils. This is probably doctored. This is probably some sort of, like, I don't know, fake thing. This is a deep fake, clearly. I don't remember that. Anyway. Yes, the second member of the crew. Crescent Razor Moon. Now this I do remember. What a goofy little character that was to play as, and what a goofy time that was. And my first time playing Rust. Good times. Good times. And through the lens of an edgy, chuny bastard who was a vampire, question mark? Why was with the vampire arc? What was that about? V Rising and Crescent Razor Moon and a couple other things going on. What was that week? That whole week was weird. Wonder what happened. Weird. Wow. This lobotomy's doing wonders. This is great. I love reliving these good memories and these weird memories. Nice. Ah, yes. And the nearing the end of your artistic arc. Just coming full circle and learning to do so many cool techniques and learning so much about how you like to do art. Look at you, really learning to express yourself in a unique way in each of these. You were so proud of all of these. You were so proud of what you were able to get done. Are you still proud, Crimzon Rulez? You pull yourself in so many different directions. You grab yourself on all 8 of your limbs and you just try to, I don't know, spread yourself like too little butter over too much bread. Is it worth it? Are you growing? Or are you just stretching what's already there? I think so, Crimzon Rulez. I think it's worth it. One day you'll be that Renaissance man you want to be. You're doing it. You're getting there. Ah, yes, community night. Ah, you do remember this, don't you? I do remember this. Yes, this was good. This was funny. This was funny because it ended in a death match. Ah, you need to do more events like this. Crimzon Rulez, what if you did like survival game servers just in general? Wouldn't that be kind of fun? Though you'd have to find a survival game that could have enough people in it. And also you'd have to find a big enough server to hold everybody. And then you got to pay for that out of pocket. That's all right. It's still pretty fun. It's pretty cool. It's pretty funny. Oh, yeah. Gosh, what a good memory. What a goofy memory. So many good memories from this entire night. And the next one that we did was Shinri. Ah, so many good memories. So fun. If only I had time to play more survival games. Ah, I wish I could play so many. I want to play so many survival games. Gosh, Project Zomboid's so fun. It's so goofy. One of these days, you've got to sit down and do a long-form Project Zomboid game where you just kind of actually play all the way through and you get to a point where you're farming and you've got your own base and things are like functioning as society. It'll be so cool. It'll be so cool, Crimzon Rulez. Yes, that's true, but didn't we talk about... Who's we? Didn't I talk about... Don't talk to yourself. Okay. Didn't I think about how this year I'm going to focus a little bit less on gaming streams and a little bit more on just making content that I'm proud of? Well, yeah, I did, but I love game. I do love game. Me do love game. Me love game. You do love game. Me do love game. Maybe we just stream 5 times as often. I like the way you think. I like the way you think. I like it. Your first ever Gunpla stream. Wow. What a day that was. I remember you were super duper ridiculously pissed off at the government that day and you were trying to hold it all together and be super chill and normal about it. And the stream went on way longer than you thought it was going to. And the entire time you were holding back raw fury. But you did a pretty good job and just hanging out and shooting the shit cheered you up quite a bit. Even if you were pretty stressed out at the time. Good for you. Good for you. You really pulled that back together. Maybe streaming is in some ways your therapy, you little freak. Maybe there's something about being around and just riffing with a bunch of assholes that you hate and absolutely loathe that makes you feel a little bit better because it gives you somewhere else to direct your anger. Maybe. Are you saying the Rusaders make it all worth it? Ew, no. No, God, no. Wow. Oh, that's right. When everybody was streaming at the same time. So you called everybody and tried to force them to play Marvel Rivals with you. Oh, good times. I remember that. Except Octavio had to go to bed. Bit of a shame. And then your head's popped off. Wow. Crimzon Rulez, you sure do have a special way of annoying the piss out of everybody until they hang out with you. That's true. And then I like to make them even angrier by fucking with them when they're hanging out with me. That's also true. Crimzon Rulez, you ever thought that maybe it's your abrasive personality that drives people away? And maybe that's why it's so hard to get collabs together? I don't think that's the case. I think it's probably just idle activities. And, you know, everybody's always got their own projects going on. Everybody's super busy and they don't have time for frivolous gaming. I mean, maybe, but maybe deep down, you're just insufferable. I am. That's my charm point. That's why people like me. You're damn right it is. You're damn right it is. Wow, Crimzon Rulez. That's a cute cat. I know. Remember when you did that Planet Zoo stream where you had the cat cam the entire time and your cute little boys were just chilling out and vibing and hanging out while you made that cool cat enclosure, and you were just making us a really cool big artistic like space where at first you did like the little like cat thing and then later you did another enclosure. There's a lot of yapping and just designing a cool like little space for, you know, your animals to live in. Good times. You should do more cat cams, Crimzon Rulez. I should. I invested in cat mics, and honestly, I probably need a return on investment for that, so I definitely should do that more often. I at least got to get, like, the time out of them to make it worth having purchased them, right? I mean, right. But also, the Ruzeators like your cats more than you. I like my cats more than me. Damn right you do. Ah, yes, and the arc you'll never forget. I don't think anybody will ever forget. You remember that weird douchebag you were role-playing as? I do remember that weird douchebag I was role-playing as. What a weird concept that was. Probably the character you put the most thought into, while also simultaneously winging it the entire time and not knowing what the fuck was going on. You remember that? I do remember that. How the fuck did he become known as the mayor? Well, it's because I won the mayoral election. Yeah, but you weren't planning on doing that. There wasn't even going to be a mayoral election, was there? There wasn't. You were a witch hunter, and that's what defined you. But that's the beauty of roleplay, is that characters evolve and change. Yeah, that's true. Hey, you remember the other day when you were going to do a Path of Exile 2 stream, and you were going to play as a the crossbow guy, and you were going to like do Clifford Rolexus's past and talk about how dark and edgy it actually was as a strong and comedic juxtaposition to how goofy he is in VCraft? You were going to do that. I do remember that, yeah. Why didn't you do that? I don't know, dude. That's a big commitment. Yeah, that is a big commitment. Could be kind of funny, though. Yeah, it could be kind of funny, though. Yeah, but people don't like watching top-down isometric games. Yeah, but who the fuck cares what people like? You want to do what you want to do, remember? We talked about this. Isn't that what this whole year's about? Oh, yeah, that is what this whole year's about. Are you talking to yourself again? I think so. Why is it when I face left, I'm me, and when I face right, you're you? And you refer to me as if I'm not you. Maybe I'm another one of your personalities. Are they personalities now? I thought they were real physical ghosts or whatever that were possessing me that were deceased for a long time. I don't know. Maybe the lobotomy fucked you up more than you thought. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Anyway. Wow. What an arc that was. Good times. Good times. Do you think maybe that you doing the stream concept where you talk to yourself back and forth and you like have this conversation where you're discussing things with yourself because you have no one else to riff off of is maybe a little bit too fourth wall breaking and too metatextual for people to follow along with, and maybe the joke died 30 minutes ago? Well, I would think that if this was a stream and I wasn't alone in a doctor's office with just me and my multiple personality disorder. Do you think it's a real disorder? Well, no. That's good. That would be pretty insensitive of you. You done? Yeah, I'm done. Thanks. Wow, Clifford Rolexus. What a time to be alive. Good times, good times. Wow, look at that. And then there was that big speech around the campfire where everybody was super excited and tear felt, and maybe you got a little emotional. No, I didn't get it. I did not get emotional. That would be weird. You got a little emotional. You were feeling it. Everybody was giving their heartfort speeches, and some people were crying and stuff, and it was kind of getting you a little bit because maybe deep down you're an empathetic person, and you use your abrasive personality to kind of mask the fact that maybe you're a little bit of soft on the inside. Maybe you got a little. All right, dude. I hear that from everybody every day, and I appreciate the armchair psychology, but shut the fuck up. All right. You're just you're a random white dude from the Midwest. You don't have any qualifications to do that. I mean, neither do you. But you do it all the time. Yeah, but mine's funny. Well, why isn't mine? Because you're doing it to me. But I'm you. Uh-oh. Anyway. Ah, Mage Arena! Yeah! That was so cool because then Betel got the Excalibur and that inspired me to get a hold of Excalibur, and then I got to be the Witchblade later once again. Wow, Mage Arena was such a goofy little game. I really like the era. Honestly, I think people shit on these types of streams too much, and they shit on these types of games too much. I think there's definitely a little bit of like a moment there where people are like, oh, those are friend slap games. Oh, those are bad. And I agree, they are friend slap games. They are quickly churned out games that are made to be like played a couple times with your buddies, goof around and have a good night, but who cares? They're like $5. If you go out with your friends to a pub, you're spending like $50. To spend $5 to have fun with your buddies, maybe 2 or 3 nights at a time. Maybe sometimes you can get 10, maybe 20 games out of this if you really love the game. That's well worth it. It's so fun. It's such a fun, goofy activity. There was a time when that's what gaming was about, was just picking up a game to play with your buddies a couple times and goof off. Anybody remember that time? I remember that time. Who's anybody? Me. Do I remember that time? Yes, you remember that time. You remember when you played like Castle Crashers with your siblings when you were a kid? Yeah, you do remember that, don't you? I do remember that. It's like that kind of game where it's just made for goofing around. There's not some big overarching narrative. You just have fun, man. Yeah, maybe gaming's healing. No, it's getting worse. Yeah, that's true. But maybe indie titles are healing. Yeah, maybe. I'm going to choose to be optimistic about this. That's what this whole year's about. Growing, changing, being hopeful again, letting go of all my bitterness and my hate, letting go of my anger and my disappointment. Let's do this. Hell yeah. Oh, yeah, remember that? It was your birthday. And there's so much cool shit everybody did for you. But don't ever tell them you appreciated that. Whew, that was close. I almost experienced a moment of whimsy and joy. Wow. And all that cool art people made. Oh, God, and there's so much art. So many cool projects. And then you got to, like, get those projects physically put. Oh, God. What a time to be alive. Crimzon Rulez, have you ever thought about how strange it is that so many people, like, acknowledge and, like, see your birthday? I think so, but I think there's a part of me that, like, wait a minute, you're not you. I'm you. You're me? Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. This side's me. I think there's a part of me that maybe separates who I am when I'm online versus who I actually am and views myself in like a third person context, which I guess in this case, since I'm viewing you as my third person and me as maybe the first person, then that makes me viewing myself in maybe a fourth or fifth person removed context or something like that. Yeah, that'd be really weird if you were doing that. Anyway, to simplify this metaphor, I think maybe there's a part of me that like doesn't see me as me. You know what I mean? There's a part of me that's like, wow, people really like Crimzon Rulez and they're really excited about his birthday, but I don't internalize that as people giving a shit about me or my birthday. And there's a part of me that's like, yep, just having a quiet birthday by myself. No one knows it's happening. Just all alone. That's for me, I guess. But really, there's a couple, there's at least like 10 people out there who are like, cool, Crimzon Rulez's birthday. And they're very excited for me. And they make so many cool things. And they're so happy and so celebratory of me making another round around the fucking sun or whatever. Maybe, you should start to like internalize that as yourself and stop dropping the self-worth thing. Maybe you should like just be happy and excited and acknowledge that and appreciate that instead of like trying to be like, wow, people are really cool and like externalizing that as if they're cool about someone beside you. Maybe you're worth people being excited about you and you can just acknowledge that and be happy. How about that? How about that this year? How's that sound, huh? Yeah, I guess. Am I now? Yeah, you're you now. Okay, so I'm me and you're you? Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. Cool. Nice. Oh, my hands remember. You couldn't lobotomize this out of me. My hands will never forget the feeling. Oh, gross. Yucky. No, thank you. Yuck. Wow, Crimzon Rulez, you really did do a lot of really crazy fucking goofy streams this year, huh? Yeah, I sure fucking did, actually. Why do I keep doing this stuff? I don't know. Maybe you do have whimsy. Yeah, maybe I do. Slime stream was a nightmare. Oh, that's right, this stream. That was good exercise. You know what's crazy? Is my legs didn't hurt as much as I thought they were going to hurt after this. Really? They didn't hurt that bad? No, not that bad, actually. Honestly, it was just like the abrasiveness on the heel for a long time that was kind of annoying, and honestly, that wasn't that bad either. Interesting. But I will say, during the stream, it was a fucking nightmare, and I really wanted to stop, and I was sweating, and I was tired, and I was sore, and I was angry. Yeah, you were all of those things, but you're still laughing the whole time. Yeah, I'm pretty good at processing my anger through a comedic lens. You are pretty good at that. Good for you. Thanks. Wow. I still have those on my bookshelf in prominent display. Yeah. That's such a cool stream. That was such a cool stream. I can't wait to go back through some of these. I can't wait to, I mean, I already go through them on my own, but I can't wait to like someday sit down and have a stream where I just flip through one of these all the way or something, which I guess technically I already kind of did in a digital format for some of them, but just had the physical one in my presence and ready to go. So cool. printing all the cool projects that the Ruzeers made and getting them like out in physical format, just so fucking, what a privilege. What a privilege and a delight to be alive in this time. What a privilege and a delight to be in a position where people make cool things that rival or supersede your own cool things, Crimzon Rulez. Good for you. Ah, and the JP cover of the, oh, yeah, man. You know, you even did idol stuff this year. You forgot about that, didn't you? I did forget about that. You feel like you've been slacking off this entire time, but you've been doing some covers, you've been doing some JP songs, you did a whole choreography and stuff, you did some dances, remember that? I do remember that. You did your 3D debut, you did your first ever concert. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess so. That's true. It wasn't perfect, and a lot of things really didn't line up the way I wanted it to, but I still did it. There were many times I wanted to stop, but I still did it. You still did it. And maybe what's important isn't that everything's perfect, but that people are still smiling by the end of it. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Wow, remember that? I do remember that. The choreography was incredibly, incredibly good, and you fucked it up really bad. You fucked it up. Oh, so so not me anymore. It's not your responsibility. Okay, fine. I fucked it up. We were all out of sync. We tried to do it like 587 times. We were super tired. All that practice was great, and it was okay, but man, well, you're not dancers yet. No, you're not. But you're learning, much like singing, and your keyboard practice, and drawing, and other things that you never thought you'd be doing. That's true. That's true. I always thought I would probably just be a monster hunter, huh? You did always think you would just be a monster hunter. But look at you, turning into a regular Renaissance man as we speak. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess so. Thanks for the pet talk. You know, you should be a doctor. You should talk to people about the stuff going on in their heads and stuff. That Octavio guy, between you and me, he's not very good at talking. In fact, he's kind of quiet. Yeah, I have noticed. He's very quiet. Do you think there's something to be said about me talking to myself and cheering myself up that says something bad about my psyche? Probably. Moving on. Ah, yeah, remember that? That was so good. And boy, what a fucking look. Look at you. Ooh, that's the face you give somebody right before you do something douchey to them in a multiplayer game, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. It is. Good times. Good times. Oh, and then you got blindfolded. Remember that? Yeah, that was crazy. And I almost chopped Goldie's legs off. That was good. That was funny. I remember that. Oh, and I almost killed Octavio too. So close. So close. But he's all right. He was just in the doctor's chair, remember? Yeah, he's fine. Good times. Man, I sure hope everybody liked that. That was goofy. That was crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, and you know what? You might have been angry at the time, and maybe you had to fight through all of your anger for this to happen. But look at what came of it. Look at these memories. Don't you feel good about this when you see these? I think so. Yeah, I think so. It's hard not to like see it through the tinted lens of what I wanted it to be, but yeah, I do feel good about these. Yeah, I think so. Wow, I think I'm healing. I think this is catharsis. I think this is healthy? Weird. Oh, and the backstage after the concert. Yeah, that was goofy. That was goofy. That was fun. And also, oh my God, the concert. Remember that? Remember the banger fucking camera angles and stuff? And the guys spinning around you and doing all the cool shots and you got to do your own song and maybe it wasn't your... Maybe it was kind of like put on you, but you still did it. You still pushed through. That is being an idol, Crimzon Rulez. Sometimes it's not about like getting everything perfect the first try, and sometimes it's not even about like what you choose to do. Sometimes it's about shouldering the burden placed upon you and doing something you're not good at, you're not skilled at, you're not confident in. Maybe you aren't even happy about it at the end of the day, but you put it out there and you let the world see it. You let it see it, warts and all. You let them see your foibles and your failures. You let them see things that you're not perfect at, and that's okay. Maybe that's good. Maybe that is being an idol. It's showing people they can just try, and that's enough. You wanted to quit so bad. Oh, you wanted to quit so bad. You didn't even want to do that song. You weren't ready to do that song. It was so far outside your range. You got so much conflicting advice. there was like 15 mixes of that, and nobody could figure out how to get your voice mixed right, and everybody was struggling, and you sounded like you were in a tin can at first, and you were so angry, you wanted to stop, you wanted to ask somebody else to do it for you, you wanted to just scrap the whole song entirely. You remember that? But you didn't. You pushed through. You did it for the Ruzeters, and that's enough. It doesn't have to be perfect. You made it work. You struggled, and you pushed. You persevered. That's what matters. Perseverance. You can do it, Crimzon Rulez. You can be an idol. Look at this. Look at this. Look at all the boys together. Look at everybody together on stage. Look at you. Come on. Come on. Huh? You did it. You did it. And that's enough sometimes. Ah, that's real idol shit. You got to admit, you can't be a pessimist about this one. Look at that. Look at you. You got the mic on. You got your whole idol outfit. Come on. Come on. You can't be a dick about this one. Come on. It turned out pretty good. All the way deep down, it turned out pretty good, right? Huh? All right. Look at you. Look at you. Dancing and singing. You put your heart and soul into it. Not everybody can do that. You can be nice to yourself. You can admit something. You can say it. You put your heart and soul in that, even though you didn't want to at first. You were fighting tooth and nail, but you did it because the boys needed you to, because you had to get something done, because you felt like you owed it to everyone to really put your best in. And you did. You did. You meant it. You tried your best. You were scared and you were angry and but you did it. Look at you. Look at what came of it. Yeah. Feel better, Ruze. Feel better. You know what? Maybe year 3 is just being like, I am an idol. Maybe year 3 is being, I am an idol. And I'm enough. I'm Kinoff. Wow. If I wasn't alone in a doctor's office and I was streaming right now and people were watching me and I got raided, I would definitely have to be like, wow, thank you for the raid. But thankfully, I'm alone in this doctor's office reviewing my memories that have been put on this wobbly disc. So I don't have to do that. It's good. It's good. It's a good thing no one's here to watch me be vulnerable and remember things about myself and think about like where I've been and what I've done. That would be crazy cringe, huh? That would be embarrassing. Yikes. Yikes. So I guess, what have I learned through this process? Now that I've been cut open, they popped the top of my skull off, they took out all my bad memories and shredded them up in a paper shredder. What have I learned? What is my real takeaway from this? Be more of a narcissistic bastard who loves yourself more than everybody in the entire universe. No. I think it's been a good year. Looking through all these memories and seeing all the things I have done and all the things the Ruzeters have done and the Armada have done and the Starmen have done and all the other boys have done and all these projects come together and all these individual weird streams and even the filler streams and the gaming streams and just yapping streams and starting the morning lattes and stuff and the TTRPG content and the collabs and the holiday and all these cool things and projects that you've been able to participate in and be a part of in this weird, nebulous, strange journey you're on. I mean, the reality, Crimzon Rulez, I think the takeaway here is that you're not cut out for this. You're not meant to be an idol. You're not good at it. You don't understand the culture. You don't really participate in a lot of the things that would make you a good idol. Before this, you weren't a singer. You weren't a dancer. I mean, you weren't even particularly interested in most things idols should be interested in. But it doesn't matter that you're cut out for it. What matters is that you're trying. What matters is that you don't let that stop you. What matters is that you're a living example that anybody can do it if they just want to be better, if they want to do better. Crimzon Rulez, you are not made to be an idol, but you can make yourself an idol. You're not good at it. And that's good. You're good at so many things, Crimzon Rulez. You're talented. You're usually good at the things you want to do first try, no matter what. And you let that be your crutch. You just go into it head first, but only if you know you're good at it. And you give up the moment you're not immediately a savant at something. And this is the first time in your life you've let yourself be bad and just suck and just keep trying, and keep growing, and keep changing. And maybe that's what it means. Maybe that is what's being an idol. Maybe you don't have to be the best singer or the best dancer or the best artist or the most, I don't know, charming or intelligent or whatever. Maybe you just got to try. Maybe you could be an example of what it means to be the John Dark Souls of idling. Maybe anybody can be an idol, Crimzon Rulez. Maybe the most normal motherfucker out there, or the most Westaboo, piece of shit, Lord of the Rings, fantasy, TTRPG coded, video game, fucking, I don't know, video essay, wannabe, piece of shit, dumb motherfucker in the universe could be an idol if they just put in the effort. This year, Crimzon Rulez, remember that people like you. Remember that people do look up to you, and not as a third person, not as a character, you. People look up to you. And you are me. And when the stream turns off, and when you go to read your book or drink a latte or hang out with your cats, you're still you. People are still thinking about you, not Crimzon Rulez external. And you're enough. Keep trying hard. Keep doing weird, creative, interesting streams. Keep pushing toward what you're passionate for. People just want to be there for the journey. And the Ruzeators will grow alongside you. And they'll make cool, new, interesting projects. And they themselves will grow. And in a way, maybe you're all stars. Ew. Well, glad that's never leaving this office. All right. Where is that damn Doctavio? Doctavio, are you out there? Hello? I forgot how I was going to end this fucking thing. Doctavio? Hello? Hello? Am I alone in here? Guys? Gerard? Goldie? Hello? Holy shit, I forgot I gotta get to my shift at Zephyr. Oh no! Oh, I'm gonna be late! Wait a minute. Wait. Oh, I was supposed to stream today. Oh shit. Okay. Don't worry. Don't panic. Don't worry. Don't panic. You can do this. Just run down to the Criminals Cut, and you can talk to the Ruzeators. You'll do a quick yapping stream, and then you can get to your shift at Zephyr. Problem solved. Hey, I just want to say, boop, boop. Thanks, I guess. Jokes aside, jokes, of which I have many, aside, thank you. I'll come over here now. There we go. I'm not even in my chair. I'm not in my chair. Now I'm talking to you. Now I'm talking to you. I guess I want to say, hey, this has been a stupid stream that I threw together. And I didn't have any sound effects or a lot of time to polish it. But in a way, I guess it's my goofy, non-vulnerable, many layers of irony laced way of kind of trying to be vulnerable with you guys and saying thanks for this entire year, for both years. Thank you for both years. It's been a tough year. It's been a very hard year. There's been a lot of things that have truly, like, to my soul, disappointed me and worn me down and made me feel like the image of John Dark Souls 2 with all the arrows sticking in his back, kneeling in front of the camera, dropping his fucking sword and shield. A lot of things have happened this year that have been very difficult for me, both in personal life and also with government. And there are so many small things and large things that you probably don't see behind the camera that make me feel like there are times when I'm so frustrated, so angry. I want to say, why am I doing this? Why do I care? I would be better off doing this without my collar. But I don't think that's fair to myself. I don't think that's fair to you guys. I don't think that's fair to the boys. I think that it is an act of not devotion, but yeah, fuck it, fine, devotion. An act of devotion to you guys and to myself and to putting my money where my mouth is and truly trying to grow and be better. To keep persevering despite that. I think I'm always going to chafe against my bonds in a lot of ways, and I'm going to disagree with a lot of shortcuts or strange things or rules that I deem idiotic. And I'm going to fight those, unfortunately. And those are going to annoy me and slow me down and hamper me. And things aren't going to turn out the way I want. Or my creative vision's not going to be realized in a way that I feel you guys deserve. Or anything like that. But sometimes I think I let that define my entire perspective. And I want you guys to know that I'm always going to keep trying. I'm always going to keep pushing it. I'm always going to... Even if I'm having fights with myself or with my bonds, I'm going to do anything I can to make it worth it to you guys, because you've given me so much in these last 2 years, more than I could possibly describe. I might have a lot of corporate shackles on me right now, but a lot of life's chains have been thrown off of me at the same time, and it's only through your kindness that is a reality. I owe you guys more than I can ever probably say in any meaningful, in any way that even pays a small fraction of a dividend of what you've given me. And I don't take that for granted. I get this entire year has been so bone-wearyingly exhausting that sometimes I go into large funks where I have to disappear for a while and I just don't want to look at social media and I don't want to think about anything. I just want to go back to being a recluse who hunts monsters and plays video games alone in my room and doesn't talk to anybody. But I think that's disingenuous to who I am now, to the current me. And I think it's unfair to you guys after everything you've put into me. And I want to pay that back any way I know how, and I will. I want you guys to know that going forward, I'm going to be true to myself. I'm going to be kind to myself. I'm going to make content that makes me happy, but I'm going to make content that makes you guys proud. And I'm going to keep pushing myself to grow and learn new skills and hopefully live up to being an idol. I've got a karaoke right after this. I haven't done one of those in a while. I hope it's going to be goofy. I hope it's going to be fun. It's going to be 3D. That'll be fun. But all artifice and showmanship aside, thank you. I don't know what else to say other than, here, I don't know what else to say other than sad toggle. No, I'm kidding. Thank you. Thanks for being here for this journey. I mean, not even just monetarily, membership, merch, all of that aside. Thanks for making me feel like it matters what I'm doing and just watching. You don't have to do anything else. I appreciate it, obviously. And again, you've genuinely, through your kindness, freed me from so many huge detrimental pits I've lived in my entire life through circumstances, sometimes beyond my control. But aside from that, more importantly, to everybody here, Whether you're a member or just someone who watches occasionally, or you just watch VODs, or you lurk, or you throw in soups and chips all the time, doesn't really matter. Just making me feel like, I don't know, like I could be a part of this world, I guess. And like the things I say, the things I do, and the work I put in is worth looking at. That's enough. So, yeah. That's cringe. It's been a long year, but in a lot of ways, it's been a happy year. I'm excited for the next year, and I want to go into it releasing the burdens I've put on my own shoulders. I want to go into it without all of my anger, and to my manes, and to the government, and everybody. I want to go into it with a new level head, releasing my disappointment, I guess, because I know you work extra hard, and I know I tell you this all the time, manes. If you're ever watching this, I never blame you for anything that goes wrong. I know it's always some decision from some nobody at the top who doesn't see me as anything other than a number, probably, but I know sometimes my anger can just feel like it's abrasive just because it's in your direction, but I'm never mad at you. I know you work so hard, and I appreciate that. And I will do my best to be copacetic and easy to work with, as I've always tried to be. And to my fellow HoloStars, I would never, ever, ever do anything that would be detrimental to you. I've always put you first, and I always will. I will always, no matter how mad I get, no matter how pissed off I get, if I have to do a project I don't want to do, if I have to sing something I'm scared to sing or I'm embarrassed about, I'll still do it for you. I will always, always treat you the way I've always treated anybody I work with. And that is that no matter how much I struggle against my corporate collar, you come first because you are suffering the same as I am. And I'll always try to take care of you. And to the Ruzeators, I'm going to put my all into this. I'm going to come back with the exact same energy I had year one, I hope, but with the knowledge I have from 2 years. And I'm going to give you everything. I hope. I'm going to give you all I got. I'm going to push it, and I'm going to mean it. So yeah, that's it. That's my mission statement. That's my goal. No big thing. No yearly resolve this time. No lofty goals about specific things. My goal is to put my all into it and try like I'm brand new to this, but with the skills and the knowledge I've gained over 2 years to give you everything I've got. With a fresh mind and hopefully a fresh heart. That's it. I release my burdens. I'll see you at the karaoke. I'm going to raid over to there now. Bye. Oh, but I'm going to put on my 3D suit, so you're going to be on starting soon for like 10 minutes. Bye. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for all the chips and soup. I know I didn't read them because I was doing a dumb bit. I like my dumb bits. What can I say? I do appreciate it, and I will read them right after this. Thank you again. Okay, that's enough. Yuck. Bye. I've had enough. I'm tired of being nice. Yucky. Yucky. Oh, I do want to let you know that next week, just so you know, I'm going to probably be doing a review of all the cool fan projects. There are so many fan projects I want to look at before I go. I just wanted to say, just really quickly acknowledge a few. I wanted to acknowledge the Grand Armis Masquerade. And of course, the cool Tawa Armis thing. And I wanted to acknowledge the second anniversary, all of the second anniversary art. There's so much of it. There's the merch, obviously, the newies and stuff like that. And there's a bunch of other fan projects I want to take a look at. And I'm going to deep dive into some of them next week on a stream dedicated to that. But I didn't want to drag this stream out too long with that. And also, I'll try to read through some of the super chats and stuff maybe on that stream. That could be kind of cool. I'm going to read them right after my karaoke, but I still want to read them on that stream. I'll see you guys soon for a goofy, fun 3D karaoke with maybe a couple places you might recognize? I don't know. You might. All right, let me raid you over there. Thanks for watching me do this scuffed kind of crazy, kind of all over the place, stupid ass stream. I know it wasn't super well put together, but it's what I got, baby. It's what I got. Thank you, everybody. All right, after this, no more vulnerability. I'm gonna have Doctavio pull out the memories of me being vulnerable with you. Bye bye. No more Mr. Nice Ruze.